Hey, fourth grade. Today I'm going to make you a video that is using the faucet strategy, also known as partial quotient. So we are going to use the problem 1,672 divided by 4. And when I go to set up my problem, it's going to look like this. 1,672 divided by 4. I'm going to draw this really big faucet, if you will. And now I am going to draw what are the steps of dividing. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring it down, because eventually I will need numbers that I need to bring down. All right, so I'm thinking, what is going to get me super de-duper close? I'm not exactly sure how I get to 1,672 exactly, but if I do my heavy hitters over here, 4 times 1, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 4 times 5, 20, and 4 times 10, that is 40. Well, I'm thinking I know how to get 4 times 4 happens to be 16, and I see a 16 here. So now I'm thinking, well, if I do 4 times 400, that's going to get me to 1,600, and that's pretty close. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a 400 here. 4 times 400 happens to be 1,600. So I divided, multiplied. 400 times 4 is 1,600. Now I'm going to subtract. And that's going to be 2 zeros. So now I'm down to 72. Now the whole process starts over. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring it down. All right, so now I'm thinking, what is going to get me really close to 72 without going over? And I'm thinking, well, when I look at my heavy hitters, let's see. I don't know. I kind of sort of feel like I already know how to get to, let's say, 40 pretty quickly, because I already have that here. So I'm going to put a 10 here, and I'm going to put a 40 here. 4 times 10 happens to be 40, and then I'm going to subtract. And now I'm down to a 32. And I'm like, ooh, 32 divided by 4 happens to be an 8. And that's going to be 32. 4 times 8 is 32. When I subtract, I'm left with nothing. So this problem is not going to have a remainder. But when I add up my partial quotients, it's going to be 418. And yes, there is a way to double check your work. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to take my quotient and I'm going to multiply it by 4. 8 times 4 is 32. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 more, 7. 4 times 4 is 16. And that is what I started off with. And that is how I know I have the correct answer.